And I do believe we have Bret Baier on the phone once again. Is Bret with us?
Yes, I'm right here.
Hi, Bret. Thank you so much. It's Alicia Acuna. So glad that you and Amy and everyone are safe. Wanting to know now any update that you have and what's going on around you.
Well, we've evacuated now. We're out of the building, and you may have heard early on, we were escorted by Fox Security. By the way, we should give a big applause to our own security staff that worked alongside the Secret Service. And in those chaotic first seconds, I should say, as everybody is taking to the ground and going under tables, and you see the president being escorted out there with the cordon of Secret Service agents, at the same time, our security was jumping to all the executives and all the tables that we had and did a great job. We managed to get out through a back door to a lower point of a holding room where we had a pre-party, and that's when I described these heavily armed Secret Service, full gear, as you're seeing on the screen now. Those guys, looking like those guys, came into the room and said you had to get out of this area, run to underneath the Washington Hilton because they were looking for somebody else if there was another possible shooter. It does not appear there was ever any other threat, but they were clearing room by room. Now, and Sean talked to the president with this Secret Service agent who was shot, but it was the bullet was stopped apparently by his vest, and he will be doing well. They're obviously clearing the entire ballroom right now, and the president's getting ready to give a press conference. Listen, this president has been through this, and he's going to have some words about standing up to this kind of threat. And, he says he wants to do it again within 30 days. And I'm sure we'll be back in the Washington Hilton in that same spot with a lot of security. And Kevin, to your point, you're right. There's different levels. They shut off streets, 3-4 streets away. As you get closer to the Washington Hilton, we went through a number of different stops with our tickets and then obviously the magnetometers to get into the ballroom itself.
Indeed, Bret. Go ahead, Alicia.
Oh, thank you. Bret, I was struck by something. When we were on the big weekend show, we were showing all of our Fox family going through the red carpet at the step and repeat and taking pictures. And I saw video of you and your beautiful wife, Amy. And I have to ask you what that was like for you. We have covered these for decades. Tragically, we've covered shootings. We've covered all sorts of scary and terrible events. But it's not often where you have a loved one next to you in that moment, and you're also part of it.
And I was worried. She was really shaken up and went under the table, and as did many people. I was kind of sitting up, and I actually used my phone to take video, and she's telling me, get down. The security, I'm sitting next to the Homeland Security Secretary. His agents are on top of him, pushing him down to make sure he's not popping up, and they're trying to figure out a way to get him out of the ballroom quickly. I was worried, and she was very shaken, I should say. But, 2 tables away was Erica Kirk, who also was under the table and obviously was really shaken up, and she was escorted out and, crying in the back hall, as you can imagine, after the assassination of her husband.
Boy, it just really tugs at the heartstrings when you hear stories like Bret's and others. I was struck by the fact that they ushered Caroline Leavitt out of harm's way so quickly. For those who know, the White House press secretary, of course, is, I want to say 8.5 months pregnant. So they were able to usher her off of the stage safely. But again, families like Bret's and others, in a harrowing circumstance, certainly in the early stages, you just don't know what's going on. Joining us now is Martha McCallum and Trace Gallagher. They're at the White House Correspondents Dinner. They're not quite ready yet. We'll be joined by them momentarily. Bret, if I might just add this last layer, we're expecting the president to go to the Brady press briefing room and offer his remarks and perhaps a statement and more. Does that surprise you, and what should we expect him to say?
No, I don't think it surprises me at all. And to Sean's conversation with the president that he referenced, I think he had to be persuaded by the security folks not to go back into that room because it would take them far too long to clear the hotel. It's a big security challenge anytime the president goes any place. And in a big room like that, that's like 1,500 plus people, it is a big lift. But I think that the president's going to talk about resilience, talk about getting past this, talking about, similar message to post-Butler and after the assassination attempt in Florida, where he said they can't stand, and which is part of the message of let's get back at this within 30 days. So I assume you'll hear a very resolute President Donald Trump by the time he takes the podium in the White House briefing room.
And Bret, we're watching the White House briefing room. We're looking at the camera from where we are right now. And I believe I saw someone in a tux. It looks like some people who were in the room where you were somehow made it also to the White House briefing room, which is incredible, talking to Aisha. And I've been to a couple of White House Correspondents Dinner. It's been years, but getting in and out, as she said, is nearly impossible on a good night. But yeah, I'm looking at a woman right now. She has an evening gown on. It's just so striking.
Yeah, it is. And, the press pool travels with the president. I don't know if they managed to get into the vans soon thereafter when the president was escorted off the property. But usually, having been in the press pool many years, it's a close pool, and where the president goes, eventually those reporters go with, and that may be what you're seeing. I think I saw David Spunt walk by there, and he's probably in position as well. You're going to see a lot of people in formal wear in the White House briefing room. It was supposed to be a celebration of the First Amendment. Oz Perlman, was going to do his whole routine with the president. The president was expected to talk for not until later in the evening, but, it was a celebration, really. And the fact that he showed up was a big thing, and obviously was mentioned by the president of the White House Correspondents Association at the beginning.
Bret, we want to continue the conversation. As we're looking over here on the left side, I see some familiar faces, people that I'm sure you would recognize as well, as they are now preparing the podium. What happens usually if the president is going to speak in the Brady press briefing room, they will bring in a bevy, sometimes as many as a half dozen Old Glories, American flags, and then they will bring, I imagine, because there were so many individual cabinet members that were there, it is highly likely that they too will speak tonight. Would that be your expectation as well, Bret?
Well, you may have the FBI director talk about what they know. Don't know that for a fact. As we were running out following the Secret Service and their orders to get out of those rooms underneath the Washington Hilton, we passed by Kash Patel, who was talking to a bunch of officials, and he was on site. So I don't know if he'll be there. But clearly this is the president's moment to make a statement about this night, but maybe broadly about the situation in which we live.
All right, Bret, stand by for.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.